Good morning, campers. Good morning, campers. Good morning, campers. So right now I am worn out. I went to a birthday party, but right now we are working on a lot of stuff. We are doing a lot of trying to get that fence for Princess Buttercup. It's been a lot of trouble today. I mean, it's been more trouble than you think. A lot of trouble, guys. I mean, so we are working on these cattle fencing. These are a little rusty. We are going to Mimi and Papa's house. Our suitcase is not packed yet, but it's going to be just amazing time. We're going to do so many fun stuff together. Guys, want to say hi?
Do you know where her black boots went?
So right now I am sitting down because I don't know what to do next. It's just sensible when you don't want to do things, but your parents ask you to. It's a normal way of saying I'm calm, I'm thankful, I'm kind, I'm happy, I'm just normal. To me, to my heart, it feels like all the time I don't want to help. I help not all the time, but sometimes I do not help. It's very frustrating and I don't want to do it, but you just have to get it done. Well, anyway, the vlog's done. See you tomorrow, campers.
Big deal. Lots happening. A corral is going in right now. You can see underneath our deck will be some covering. We'll have a corral come out, and she is going to be here where she can be tended to. We can talk to her, we can build that relationship, lots of interaction. And then once she's comfortable with us, we will release her out of the corral onto different chunks of pasture. We are very much going to be doing rotational grazing with our pigs. We already do it with our chickens, and we will definitely be doing it with the cow. So this is going to be a strong permaculture plan, and we are so passionate. We are actually seeking out wisdom from permaculture experts to come over to our house and to teach us and to advise us. And so our rotational paddocks plan, she said she should have it ready soon, of the ideas of where we're going to have our different pasture sections. But right now, Philip is working his tushy off. I don't even know if it's still there.
Tushy.
It's there. He hasn't worked it off yet. Chloe, you helping? See, I'm helping by laying in the river. Okay. So this is the only difficult side, not the only, this is the most difficult side because of all of our stuff right there. But this side went in really nice. This is actually our neighbor's. She gave these to us. Hop on. You want to go inside? Are they not letting you inside?
Yeah.
Hey, say I won't come in. Let's take your jacket off. Okay, go ahead, go get Teetsy. Say Teetsy. I had a big aphid infestation with my peppers that I overwintered. I spent 2 hours yesterday getting aphids off of my brand new baby plants. It's a hot mess. I won't do that next year. I'll be a lot more meticulous on what my brand new baby plants are around. So don't do my mistake, but it's okay. Everything's still looking really good, including the hubby that said it's happening whether we want it to or not. I think the mussels are a little overwhelmed. The other thing we're learning, it's the end of season, and so we could barely even find anybody with hay, and we aren't quite sure this is good quality. So it's definitely going as bedding for the pigs. Bedding, this is going to be deep bedded that she'll smash down so we can get rid of all that mud. And then hopefully the core in the center is at least decent enough that she'll enjoy. If not, they said, the book I'm reading anyways, said if it's bad hay, that they will pick around it and they'll find what they like, and the rest is wasted. But that's okay. The wasted will just kind of go on the ground and hopefully help with some reseeding slash kind of covering up some mud. So if she wastes it, that's okay. We just are in the process of finding a good distributor of hay. Philip, you're working so hard. Look how covered in hay. I'm sorry.
Why are you sorry?
That you're having to work so hard.
I enjoy it.
I know, you're good at it. You enjoy it. You're cute while you're doing it. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I was reading like if the dust comes off of it, that's not awesome. If when you break it apart, it's not like light and fluffy, that's not awesome. It's kind of, I think it's breaking up pretty light and fluffy, but
I think it's really good.
I think they said
It's actually really fresh in the middle.
Yeah, I think it's just the outside that started
fresh.
composting. Yeah, that looks, I don't know. I think our friend that's been helping us out a lot, she literally went to college for a agriculture degree of some kind. It wasn't specifically permaculture, but it had a lot of good stuff to it. She'll be able to come over and say, ooh, that's not good hay, or that's fine. This hay actually came from a farm that he just purchased this past year, and probably a decade before it used to be a dairy farm. But that was like 10, 20 years ago, so a long time ago. So hopefully the pasture has some good quality still left. But yeah, looks like Philip figured out that we're just gonna have to unroll it and then pitchfork it into there, because these things are heavy.
You're gonna roll it up to the top of that mound? Yep.
Do you think this is lush enough bedding?
I think it's amazing.
This will be great. She can stomp this down. The pig's bed looks so good with a fresh thing of hay.
Okay, you want to catch the camera and go show them?
You want to sleep over with Mimi?
Yeah, she has her water in there, but it's not in there. And possible leakable water bottle that we got from Costco. So it's the one who.
Diaper, there.
Diaper! Yay!
Mine.
Yours. That's right.
That's it.
Yeah, got it.
That's it.
A jacket?
That's it.
Jacket?
Jackets?
Yeah.
Where did you learn how to talk?
Hello.
Hello.
What else is in it? Water?
Yeah.
What else did you bring?
Water?
Yeah.
Wow.
Where's the cow gonna go?
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
You guys want to see where she might go?
Daddy, see. Daddy, see.
It feels like this is a little rush that this cow is coming in 48 hours and we have a holiday with family right now.
I asked if we could do it later. I love them to bits and pieces. They are the epic. I'll put the link to their farm. Their Instagram is beautiful, even if you just want to look at cows.
How did you find them?
It's a long story. She had written a comment underneath one of the groups that I'm in. I reached out to her. I realized her comment was from like 5 months prior and said, I'm so sorry, you probably don't have anything available for sale. And she said, no, that cow's long gone. But I have this one that I haven't even marketed or advertised yet.
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Mama, the cow Buttercup, we're calling it Princess Buttercup.
That's right.
That's right.
And anyways, so she said, we don't know if she's confirmed bred yet. Long story short, this past week she went for her pregnancy confirmation. She is indeed pregnant.
Yep.
She is due in November. And
What does
So-
do mean,
so-
Mama?
Do
they
means
have a lot going on. And
Yeah.
so she asked if we could now that we are confirmed, she wanted to see if we could get her here.
Yes, so the cow is coming pregnant. That was kind of the confirmation that we were waiting on for the last 3 weeks. We are going to be learning a lot, but the good thing is we've got an on-ramp. We just have to feed her and take care of her and have her get to know us. We don't have to start milking, but we will be practicing with other local farms that are going to let us.
We have made friends, and so we have a couple of people that we're going to go practice a lot of milking with, and so that way we will be not experts.
We will be amateurs for a year, and then we will start to learn and get a grip. So the thing is, you guys, we've talked a little bit about our just kind of our slop, our runoff, our kind of flooding issues. Because we can't even get someone to fix the emergency, obviously there's no way we can find someone to build the lean-to on the barn where the cows are going to go permanently.
Yeah.
This is a very extremely temporary, not my favorite, but the only shot that we have for spring rains, storms, and whatnot to have them covered. Cows don't even need to have this massive cover. Cows don't mind the weather. Cows don't mind the rain.
Dairy cows are a lot more sensitive than beef cows, but they can use trees as shelters and small little coverings. They're okay. We wanted to have her close from the get-go so that we could get her to come to love us and know that we're trustworthy. She will allow a halter on her, but we want to fully halter train her where she'll be led and we'll be able to take her to the co-ops and take her on walks. Take her to the local parks. We'll walk around the lake with her. Walk around the lake with her. There's so many things that we can't wait to do with her. But the reality is we want her close to us because we just don't, I'm going to be honest, we don't really know exactly what we're doing. We've done so much research for so many years. We knew we wanted a dairy cow. We have talked about it. We've mentioned it here before. This was something that was part of our big vision. But just because you learn something from knowledge, just because you watch a video on it, just because you read a book on it. Alex has been reading a book on cows for a year. I've been reading, watching, researching. What's your book that has helped prepare you the most on cows? Keeping a Family Milking Cow. There you go. I'll leave a link to that. That is priceless. She'll go to bed and then she'll be reading, and then all of a sudden I'm like, "Are you there? Hello?" I know. She's asleep. So I'm on Facebook groups, and then I'm reading all the comments of people asking questions. So I've been learning a lot, but pretty much even when I was reading the comments, they said nothing is so good. A little gymnast. Can you help us get that cooler out of there? Yeah. That is our grain cooler. It was a free deep freezer chest that we found on Facebook Marketplace. Yeah, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. There's no electricity on it, but it holds all of our grain and it keeps it waterproof. So it's going to be moving to the barn to be fully covered. And we're trying to redo kind of the permaculture design of our property. With that, we just have to get it out of here because this is going to be Cow's home as a temporary fix to a long-term. We're going to be putting a small animal barn, I would say. Animal barn on the front of our big barn. Yeah, possibly using some of the barn, possibly. The hard part is off of it. We're not sure of the design yet. We know enough to be confident, and we know enough to be dangerous. Yeah. Well, the reality for the children is they have their skating rink and hockey rink that the former owners built. And so if we go into the barn and build the steps up and do it kind of the way that I think would be appropriate, to have milking stalls in there, to be a clean environment. We've already had a contractor come out and just give us a quote on insulating the whole thing. So this has been a multi-layered process that has been 6 months, that started 6 months ago. Yeah, but that's our perfect flat surface for our kids to ride their bikes. So that's why we love the barn, because it rains 50 inches a year here in Tennessee. Yeah. And it's nice to have a covered spot for the kids to play in the summertime when it's hot or in the winter when it's cool. Yeah. But we're talking with the kids about what it would look like to maybe use half of that barn for them and then half of it for the cow. And then what I wanted to finish saying was that all of the comments, everything that I read, all the Facebook groups, all the questions of other people that look like they're getting into homesteading and trying to get ready, the biggest thing was you can learn so much, and then you just have to
do it,
learn it hands-on.
Yeah.
And so we have learned a lot. And one of my favorites of where we are getting this cow, she is such a great mentor. So
do you hear
I feel
the cows
like,
in the background?
Yeah, the neighbors' cows. What are they doing? Are they moving? They're
either moving or the donkeys found a predator and
Sure. They're all
they have
yelling at
donkeys,
it.
which I love.
Yeah. Honestly, we are spending a little bit more because this cow is a mid-size Jersey. Its parents mom was a mid-size, dad was a mini, and she is bred to a mini Jersey. We're paying a little bit more for that, but I was also willing to pay a little bit more than like a dairy cow from a dairy because of the mentor that's going to come with it. Like, she's been just so much helpful knowledge already, and she's just so easy to be available to ask questions, and we've already discussed being able to do future breeding with her bull. So she's just amazing. I just love her. I hope that she keeps having cows available, and I hope you guys go seek her out. She's going to only probably have mini jerseys. She's closer to Memphis, Tennessee. She's probably only going to have mini jerseys, and that's partly why she was selling Buttercup, is because she's a mid-size and she's a lot bigger than the rest of her herd. We liked that. We wanted a mid-size.
Yeah, we didn't necessarily want a mini.
Right.
We actually like the mid-size. It works well for us. A lot of people are doing minis, and the reason that they have a massive demand right now within the homestead market is because so many people don't necessarily have 20-30 acres. We don't.
Yeah, they eat less. They can maintain their body condition on less feed, which is huge. They seem to be just a little bit hardier.
Yes. And additionally, for the dairy side of the A2 Jersey, there's two things for us that are a huge deal. One, A2 is just easier and more digestible as far as raw milk is concerned for people that have lactose intolerances.
We can talk about A2 later.
Yeah.
There's a lot of opinions on A2, but it is something that we wanted to pursue. We really like the Jersey breed because it has a lot of cream, and to be honest, we don't drink a lot of milk.
Yes, we do.
Sounds crazy. I mean, a lot of milk and coffee and cereal and like the typical things, but we don't like chug glasses of milk. No. But we use a lot of butter, cheese, sour cream, cream cheese. I literally have fresh homemade cream cheese in the fridge. Like, we do dairy products, and so having a lot of cream is really helpful in order to make a lot of products.
Exactly. She's been asking for a cow for 2 years. I said, I'll get you a cow.
Why does she want a cow?
I said, I'll get you a cow. One, as long as it's not an absolutely massive cow, because we don't know how to deal with 4 to 5 gallons a day.
It actually depends on their genetics. Some minis make a heck of a ton of milk.
Okay.
Some full size may not make as much. But we didn't want a massive amount of milk, but we also didn't want a massive cow. Like a Holstein could be really big.
In our entryway of animal husbandry, taking care of animals, we started with a couple chickens. And then once we were like, okay, this is easy, then we got more chickens.
We have another bird coming in just 3 weeks.
Now,
guess what kind of bird
one
is
type
coming.
of bird.
I am so excited.
Times 15.
15 of them are coming.
By the time that bird
ordered them a long time ago.
By the time that bird arrives, we will have 47 chickens. As long as we don't lose predators. It's almost 50 chickens. However, they all have a different purpose here. But as far as the cow is concerned, I said, Alex, I will let you get a cow when you prove to me through the herd share that we've been a part of for like 2 years. And I said, prove yourself.
Sorry. Oh. So he said, prove yourself by being able to use the dairy that we buy and start making the products and show that we aren't going to have all this milk and then not know what to do with it. So I feel not confident in some of the cheese making, but in most of the other dairy products, I feel pretty confident. Okay, so we have a lot of running and rushing to do. We are actually having a sleepover at Mimi's tonight, and we will be back tomorrow to finish, and then the cow comes on Monday at 1 p.m. Yikes! So exciting, but so much to do. So we are going to be extending this corral out right along the garden, come out and make just a big, huge area for her. And yeah, oh my gosh, we're getting a cow! For real! I'm so excited.
Glad we were able to get this done. I'm gonna rest easy knowing that this is done.
Oh, am I putting them together? Wrong side. Take the pins out.
We don't have the capacity to do that.